Hey, it's me, Miss Jackson, and this is Reality Junkie. I hope all is well with everyone. I'm a little late in some of the news that I'm going to report today, but I just had to talk about it because that's what I like to do, and that's what I do, and that's what we all here for. Anywho, recently another set of nude photos came out of more celebrities, which included Gabrielle Union and Meagan Good. And Meagan Good, of course, is who I want to talk about. Meagan Good gave everyone because she after the pictures came out, she posted something on Instagram and it was basically saying like clearly that the pictures were for my husband and everyone knows how she feels about her titties. And it was just like to me like ha ha he ha ha. Of course the Christian people did not appreciate this whatsoever because you know how judgmental they can be and they are. So they tried to go in, but Meagan Good was holding her own because she was like replying to some of the people that was talking. And I agree with Meagan Good. Now I don't know if some people disagree. Her husband is not a pastor. He's a motivational speaker, which is a difference, but he is a Christian man. And they're married. So what you do inside of your marriage is your business. And I know I didn't say this before. I'm working with a pencil today so I can just erase things, my notes and stuff. Um, you do things that's in your marriage. She works a job that isn't a 9 to 5, which means she's gone for a long period of time. So that's how they keep that relationship fresh. That's how she reminds her husband who she is. I mean, that's their business. Two, she did not post these pictures. She was hacked and somebody else posted these pictures. But it wasn't the first time. I haven't saw none of the new pictures. It isn't, it's tasteful to me. I don't want to see it. But it isn't the first time anyone has saw Meagan Good's titties, and she loves her titties, and I'm just using the word titties way too much. So I mean, it is what it is. And even if he was a preacher, excuse me, today's preachers aren't like when I was growing up. The preacher was old, and we had not old, but he was old, and the first lady was old, and she had on a big hat. That's not today's church. Today's church, the pastors are younger and the wives are young also, and they look good. And I'm positive that they're having sex. And in my own opinion, I don't think when they get to those gates, God is gonna say, "Oh, you had sex with your wife from the back, and that's a sin." Duh, duh, duh. No, and he's the only person that should be judging us. So with that being said, Meagan Good, live your life with your husband, boo. Um, when I first read about the Erica Menda and Bow Wow thing, I thought it was honestly fake. Like I believe there was no truth in it, none whatsoever. So stuff just kept coming up. I kept getting like little notifications and stuff. So I started reading more into it. So the first thing I do, my own personal investigation, when something pops off, I always go to Instagram. That never fails us. What y'all don't know is that my washer and my dryer just stopped, and I really need to go over there and yeah, put in another load. But reality junkie, we gonna stay focused. I'm not gonna work on housework right now. Anywho, I didn't believe it was any truth, so I end up. I could see on Instagram before this was even reported that it was clear that she wasn't with Sin anymore because Sin doesn't post anything of her and she doesn't post anything of Sin, and they had a lot of stuff going on when it came to social networks. They were very, you know, this my girl type thing. So now I go on Bow Wow's Instagram. I go back to like a lot of weeks ago. And he was posting stuff about Erica Menda. And she was in pictures and like she had a few pictures wearing his hat. And he was calling her mines. And when she first appeared on 106 in Park, the caption had read that you owed me pancakes for this. And go ahead and follow her because she was like 11K away from having X amount of followers. And he was like, "You got more followers than me, I'm divorcing you." No one took it serious because really, when people co host and he flirts with them, like that's his thing, like that's his charming thing. So I didn't believe it was true. But then reading every post, every picture that he had of Erica Menda, it was like she was his girlfriend post. I find it strange, but like I was telling a friend, I think when we're watching the shows, we think a lot of the people and the characters are in our age group because we watch it, which isn't true. Erica Mende is young, she's in her 20s, and Bow Wow is like 27, 28 also. So I don't know if I believe this is going to work. No shade, but congratulations is due. And really congratulations to Erica Mende because I promise you, she knows how to stretch her 15 minutes into an hour and make that hour into an episode all on her own. So I wonder. So now all we can wonder is if Bow Wow is gonna be on Love and Hip Hop New York. All right, speaking of Love and Hip Hop New York, blank stare. I am from Detroit. I am. So when I see Tierra Marie, I do see a Detroit girl, but it's so effing irritating because the way she acting or how she's always popping off and how she talks to people, just like she got issues. I want her to have a seat. Like, is she trying to be Jocelyn? Seriously, like that's a real life question, and it's so irritating. And it just when she hit the screen, I just be like, oh, this B word, and it's making me not feel the show. I don't know if I said this in the other video, but Little Fizz, oh my goodness, he is so cute to me. He is very much so cute. The other thing I noticed about this season is that the guys are more interesting than the girls are. That makes sense. And Heather E, I don't even know. I don't even know. I just know when watching Love and Hip Hop, the only person I can talk about is Tierra Marie because she's irritating to me. Like I'm just over her in the whole situation. And second, Ray J, if you were gonna invite an ex, the ex you should have invited was Kim Kardashian. At least she would have created a buzz, a paparazzi stir. Like she would have brought something to the table. Inviting Tierra Marie, you got what you deserve. And then when she covers up the tattoo and it say X-ray, fix it, Jesus, please. Okay, Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa. Amber Rose filed for divorce. This is like heartbreaking to me because I was really rooting for these two. I really like these two. But them filing for a divorce caused up a lot of stir in the Hollywood streets. And I ain't even in Hollywood, but I know it's causing a lot of stir because it also goes with a couple of weeks ago hearing that Mariah and Nick Cannon separated. So what they're saying is that Wiz was unfaithful, which is believable because he's a rapper and he's always on the road and there's a groupie always waiting for that person. So I believe that. I'm not going to tell the story. But in the midst of him being unfaithful, it comes out that Amber Rose isn't faithful and that she's messing with Nick Cannon. Now, I do remember before all of this hearing that Nick Cannon was working with Amber Rose on the TV show and trying to get her on TV. And it is kind of strange. And I'm thinking that they're more than just friends with benefits because it caused a separation in both relationships if there's any truth in this situation. But hey, I'm just saying it raised my eyebrows. Um, August Alsina, I don't know if you guys, of course you guys know, but he's still in the hospital. So I guess it was more serious than what we thought it was serious. They said he fell out, but the reports are saying that he had a seizure. And he's been in the hospital for like a week and a half now. So prayers up to that guy. I hope everything works out for him because he's due to be here in Detroit November the 4th with Mr. Raymond, and I want to see him. Tyler Perry is having a baby. Crickets. And crickets because a lot of people thought Tyler Perry was gay, but I guess he isn't gay. He's been seen with this girl. She's a Ethiopian model. She's a cute girl. Cute girl with dimples. Lord. Okay, so Kris Jenner and Bruce Jenner they also filed for divorce this week. It's like filed for divorce this week. Now this isn't a surprise. I really honestly think they were holding on for the kids' sake. But I mean, to me, they seem more happy separated. So I guess it's working out for them. So to each his own. Shout out to them. Keke Wyatt of R&B Divas Atlanta is pregnant with her eighth child. She does not believe in birth control. I don't know. But I mean, hey, she got enough money to support those 8 kids. She could have 2 more kids and she could have mine if she wanted. So congratulations to her. Keisha Cole. So Keisha Cole proved that she was Frankie's daughter, and I think we all were waiting for her in this moment because she's always somewhere trying to act bougie when we really know that she's a hood girl. So what was said was her and Birdman was dating. I feel like she could have did better than that. She had probably had a better chance going back to Jeezy, in my opinion. But anyway, she went to his house, his penthouse apartment, and there were 4 people in total in the house other than Birdman. She went in on like, and what happened was, employee of Cash Money came out the restroom. She was a female. She'd been employed there for the last 10 years. She grew up with Birdman. When she came out the bathroom, Keisha Cole asked her, what the fuck was she doing here with her man? And then you already know the rest. She assaulted the lady. So that's so crazy because you're not even divorced yet. So if you were dating and it was like real low, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like and wish that some celebrities make better choices. But it doesn't surprise us because Keisha Cole is Frankie's daughter. No shade, no tea. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, but I want to talk about something. I watched The Real with Tamar Moore. Why do I keep saying Tamar Moore? Tamar Braxton and Adrian. I don't know her real name. She used to date Rob Kardashian. That's what she's always linked to. It's a comedian on there, and it's Tamara, and I forgot the other girl name. Anyway, this show had started, then they canceled the show. I don't know if you guys remember. Then they still was recording the show, and you can watch the show on YouTube. Then Fox picked the show up, and it's on now, and it comes on after Wendy Williams, which makes me. I just realized that okay, I watched one episode of the show and was like this. The show needs to go away. It's a waste of airtime. I'm just not a fan of the show. It makes no sense. Their topics are. They were talking about when I watched the episode. They were talking about sending a text to the wrong person, drunk texting, nothing. Like it didn't make any sense. The show is on for an hour, including commercials, means that the show is on for like 46 minutes. I promise Tamar said yes like 100 times. That didn't make any sense to me. Like I didn't get it. And then it was everywhere because you're trying to figure out like who's the lead. Like when you're watching The View, you know who the lead is. The same way I don't even watch the talk. I only watched like a few times. But you know who the lead is. In this situation, you do have a few divas sitting at the table, and you have a few people sitting at the table happy to have a job, but the lead, you don't know who the lead is. And two, Tamar, and this isn't any shade to her, she really doesn't have any experience on this, which that's why it doesn't make any sense, and I just don't know why she's there when she does such a great job with singing in her reality shows, in my personal opinion. And I know she's about her coins, but this coin isn't making her look her best. It's making her look slow. Adrian, who has hosted a few TV shows and she's been on the red carpet, of course she can read off the teleprompter, but it's still like it makes no sense to me. The show is god awful. I honestly believe that it only probably has like 6 more weeks to stay on because it's nothing that I'll record. Like, and then they try to put it in that time slot where you gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in between Wendy Williams and Access Hollywood, and you know you want to see Wendy, and you know you want to see Access Hollywood. So now that's there, and it's like, what do I do in this hour? I just want the show to go away. It makes no effing sense to me. Like their conversations is boring, they're boring, and it's just I don't know what the platform was for. I'm starting to wish that some of these people who get talk shows leave that to the people who went to school for it. Like people go to school for broadcasting and journalism, and you have all these other people taking their jobs, and that isn't fair to them. especially when you're not doing it right. That show could have been the spot for somebody up and coming that could have done it right, and it could have just been more. It could have been more interesting. Like, I'm not feeling the real. Sorry. I am Miss Jackson, and this has been Reality Junkie. Like I asked you guys all the time, you liked my video, you like what I was saying, you was feeling my vibe, bet. I'm so happy that you liked it. But share this video with somebody else. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on Facebook. You know, like it. Go subscribe to my YouTube page. I really do appreciate it. This video today is a special video. I just wanted to do a dedication to, it's gonna be a long one, but give me a second. It's to my little sister auntie who passed away, and because I grew up with that family, she was my auntie too. And the last thing she said to me was on Facebook. She had watched one of my videos, and she said, "Good job." And to hear that she passed away really hurt me. So that's what motivated me to do a video, because of those kind of comments. You guys have a great day, okay? Bye.